there's a massive difference in doing something from a place of completion, of I have everything I need, I am everything I need, I'm whole here now, and doing something out of a desire, out of wanting to be perceived a certain way, wanting to create some sort of impact. There's a big difference, okay? So when you are creating from that place of incompletion, of desire, of I want this to work out for me in a certain way and then I will feel better. People will see me in a certain way and I will feel better. You know, it all comes back to wanting to feel a certain way, wanting to experience something, but that wanting to experience really comes to you want to feel a certain way. So, and you think that experience or, you know, appearing in that way or whatever it is, whatever the desire is concerned with, you think that fulfilling that desire is going to make you feel that. And truthfully, it may make you feel that, but briefly. And once the joy of completing that desire, of receiving that, if it works out, once that passes, you're just going to move on to the next desire. You're just going to want the next thing. And you're going to wonder why chasing after desire, getting the things that you're going after, you don't feel complete. So on the other hand, you recognize that you are an integral part of creation. Otherwise, you would not exist, okay? You are a fractal piece of the puzzle. You have your place. You have your purpose. You don't really need to figure out what your purpose is with your mind. It's not up for your mind to figure that out. But there is a natural intelligence working through this body, through this organism, which knows effectively what to do. And this organism in its natural state is perfectly at peace. It's not concerned with all of the dramas in your mind. It's perfectly at peace, complete, whole as it is. So you recognize that what you are is complete and whole as you are. And you don't need to understand it. You don't need to do anything with it. To be more of what you are, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to think about anything. You don't need to take any sort of action to be what you are. To be complete, to be whole. You are that. You already are. I promise you, that is your natural state. It is something that is totally connected in the web of life, not separate from it. You are placed perfectly. Okay? So, if we can accept this, then you might have this question of, if I'm whole and complete, why do anything? Why take any action in the world, right? Why would I do anything? Why would I work, feed myself? If I have everything I need, why would I care about a family, about people in my life? Okay, so good question. It's not about caring or not caring. It's not about needing to do anything to care. Not needing to do anything to exist. It means that the action that you take from that place, the action is coming from a place of you being complete and whole as you are. It is not an action that is needy. It is not an action based upon reaction. Rather, it is a response, and that response is spontaneous in the sense that it's not your mind thinking that action. See, if you're doing it from the desire, you're in the mind, and that desire is far off, right? So you're wanting something that you don't have, that you feel like you don't have. So you want that, you think that having that will complete you, at least for that time. Most people are living their life like this, right? Chasing after the next thing. So you have to see that there is no action in that desire. That desire is a dead construct. It is a graveyard. It is a dead place. There's no life there. There's no action there. And any action that you take from there carries that dead energy. It is needy and it is repelling. It pushes away what you want. When you are complete and whole, and you're acting from that place, you are so magnetic. You are so attractive to all. To all who are drawn to that resonance, to that frequency, you become supremely attractive and magnetic just by being. And then this action is occurring as a result of being. And why is this action occurring? Because love goes where it's needed. And what you are is love. On the foundational level, to put a word on it, God is love. The self is love. Consciousness, life force, energy is love. You are love. Okay? And so when you surrender to that, into the completion, into the wholeness of what you are, that love is just going to go naturally where it needs to go. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to overthink. Act, but don't react. Be as you are. Be this incredible being that you are. So unique. There's nobody else like you. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody has your unique experience. Nobody's walked in your shoes. Nobody knows how it feels. So what I'm telling you is to embrace the fact that you're the only one who will ever be you. You are absolutely unique. You are beautiful and perfect as that. You are your own little unique, perfect flower, growing out of the ground. Who's going to judge the flower? Who's going to judge a flower? Right? You got no reason to judge yourself in your uniqueness. What you do need to see is all the ways that you are perpetuating this victim mentality, this self-harm. Because you're desiring, and you're not just wanting what is. That's the flip of the switch right there. Want what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. Want what is here now. When you want what is here now, when you are grateful and fully appreciative of what is here now, and you act from that place, guess what? You get more. You get more. God's like, oh, he can handle this. He's appreciative for this. Here's more to handle. In fact, here's a bunch more to handle. Oh, you received that money and you used it in a way that was like multiplying it. Here's more money for you to multiply. Okay? You are tending to the relationships in your life in a beautiful way. Like say you got clients online or something. You got clients you're working with in your job, and you tend them in a really good way. Even if you just have like 2 or 3, right? Or you just have one. You have one person listening to your music, one person looking at your art. If you are genuinely appreciative and in gratitude to that one person, that one client, that one fan, that one listener, that one person supporting you, one person in your audience, even if it's your mama, I'm telling you that will pay off. If you are grateful, you utilize what's right here in front of you with full presence and completion and wholeness in this now. Not on some, this isn't enough, I need to take all this action to get the better thing. Repelling. Stop repelling with that attitude. I have everything. It's all here. Live in the knowing of that. Do you know how magnetic that is? To live at the frequency of being the person that you already want to be. Being the person you want to be. How you visualize yourself in your highest, right? You can just choose that right now. No matter what the condition is in your life, you can genuinely choose that right now. And that in itself is going to change everything. You can literally be sitting here and change the attitude to this. From this sucks and I need to do this to get there because there is better. The grass is greener over there. And it's not. That's an illusion. Nobody's life is better or worse than yours. Your life is Your life is perfect. Your life is perfect. And look, that's not discrediting all the suffering in the world. In this position, like I said, love goes where it's needed. So let's stop blocking off the love from going where it's needed. There are people in the world who really, really, really need help, who really need the love. Okay? And we're so self-centered and just worried about our own little personal dramas and gotta get there and do this. Like, no, you need to hold the frequency of wholeness and completion and take action from that place. And that action, not being selfish, not being something that you have to overthink about, but just being that natural expression of you being in wholeness and completion, being a being that is emanating love. And your actions will pay off for others. They will affect others in a really positive way. It will attract more to work with in your life, more to be grateful for in your life. And in this, you rise into a position to be able to assist, help, and guide more people into this place. You know, because it's easier said than done. I'm fed. I have water. I'm in a beautiful place, okay? You know, some people don't have a house, they don't have food, they don't have water, they don't have clothing, shoes, the basic needs, and the earth is so abundant. The earth has enough for everybody. So obviously, going off this system of chasing desire and trying to get the next best thing isn't really getting us there. So what other purpose to be magnetic and be in wholeness but to uplift all of humanity, to uplift those who really need that? Because who else is going to do it but us, right? We are the ones. We are the ones we are waiting for. As my brother Trev Mental says in his song, the ones. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Okay? So no more with this repelling energy, desiring, being in this dead place of desire where there's no action, and the action that comes of that is just so... No one wants to be around that energy. We want to see you vibrant in your wholeness and your love and your expression and your passion and your joy, emanating that out into the world, and then utilizing what comes back to you to help people further. Surrender to this now, to what you are, and stop getting in the way of the natural flow of loving energy which wants to assist and help those around you. You're afraid that you won't get the thing that you want, that you desire. You won't get to be who you are if you keep giving out, if you keep opening your heart and helping people. But it's the opposite effect. It's the opposite. We're all connected. This is one being, one organism. Who you see is you. That's you. Reflections of you. That's God right there. That homeless man is God. That sick man, that sick woman is God. That struggling, hungry child is God. You know, how you treated the least of these was how you treated me, Christ said. So it's time, my friends, to step up out of our little fantasy delusions of, oh, I don't get to be, I don't get to have the things I want. You know, nobody really cares. And I don't want to say it like that. Like, a lot of people care, actually. Like, I care, you know, I do care. I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to be happy. And I also want us to just stop, you know, messing around in the shallow end of life and really come here and start living and breathing and expressing and being grateful for what's here. And then we can really use that together to help on such a bigger level, because the systems in place, the governments in place have failed us, and they only failed us because we failed ourselves and we needed to rely upon them to create order for us. But it's up to us. You got to be your own inner parent, okay? You got to be your own mother and father in here. And if you do this, you won't have a need for a government, okay? Govern, control, mind. control mind. You won't need something external to control the mind of the masses when each person individually takes up that responsibility for themselves. And then we come in together from that place of taking that radical responsibility for our own lives, for the world that we live in. We take radical responsibility for the world we live in as a collective humanity, and we take the action steps, the action, the actual action, not from the desire, but the action of we already know that this is available. Paradise is here. Look, paradise is here. Naturally, paradise is here already. We're trying to build paradise on top of it. And the trying to build paradise on top of it for a select few people is what is destroying the entire paradise that is here for all people. You understand? So what you give to another belongs to that person. It's not a charity. It already belongs to them. If someone is in the dirt and they don't have food or water or shelter or clothing or any of these things, we should all be given to them. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to all of us. Everything here belongs to all of us. So don't feel like it's even a charity. You're just giving that person back some of their portion that they lost. All right, so look. Oh my God. I won't go on and on the same thing any longer, but I pray that the point is made clear. Love goes where it's needed, so be your natural loving self. Let that love flow where it's going, and by all means, be grateful for what is here right now. Be grateful for what is here right now. Don't abuse it. Use it, but don't abuse it. Utilize it. If you don't, you might lose it. And if you are interested in connecting with myself, other, and connecting with a group of like-hearted brothers on a similar path, where the focus is centered upon the heart, upon truth, integrity, love, honor, upon authenticity, purity, being pure, who you are, creating from that pure expression. The brotherhood is here. The One Heart Brotherhood is growing. We just had a few more signups this past week. Men are starting to see what is here, and it is a beautiful space that is coming together. We meet for live group calls every Saturday morning. If this feels like something you're interested in, I'll put a link in the description. You can check out my mentorship online course, which will give you access to the Brotherhood for 3 months. And you can also just join the Brotherhood on its own without the mentorship course, if that's more aligned for you. 2 pathways there. So I'll leave that open. Link is in the description. Reach out to me with any questions. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts and reflection to what is shared in this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I pray you have a blessed and